What if you became obsessed with your success? Not obsessed with working 24 hours a day. Not obsessed with proving everyone wrong. Not obsessed with pretending you never need rest. I mean something different. What if you became deeply committed to the life you want to build? Because let's be honest, we can become obsessed with a lot of things that don't actually move our lives forward. We obsess over what people think. We obsess over whether someone else is doing better than us. We obsess over the perfect time to start. We obsess over mistakes we made 3 years ago. We obsess over whether we're good enough. And somehow, after all that mental energy, we still wonder why we're not making progress. So maybe it's time to change the obsession. Instead of obsessing over the people who doubt you, become obsessed with learning. Instead of obsessing over what your competition is doing, become obsessed with understanding your own business. Instead of obsessing over why things haven't worked yet, become obsessed with figuring out what you can improve. Because success usually doesn't come from one huge moment. It comes from what you keep doing when nobody is watching. The skills you keep learning. The ideas you keep testing. The decisions you keep making. The problems you keep solving. And, honestly, this is where a lot of people give up too early. They want the result, but they don't want to become the person capable of creating that result. They want confidence before taking action. They want clients before learning how to attract them. They want financial freedom before learning how to manage money. They want a successful business before understanding how a business actually works. Okay, but here's the thing. You can want success. You can dream about a better life. You can write down your goals. But eventually, you have to become serious about the person you need to become to create those things. And no, you don't need to become a completely different person. You need to become more intentional, more focused, more willing to learn. More willing to continue when something takes longer than you expected. Because your success deserves more than your occasional excitement. It deserves your attention. Imagine taking your goals as seriously as you take your doubts. Imagine giving your ideas as much attention as you give your fears. Imagine thinking about your next move as much as you think about what could go wrong. That could change a lot. And being obsessed with your success doesn't mean you never rest. Actually, if you want to build something for a long time, you need to know how to take care of your energy. Burning yourself out is not a business strategy. Neither is being exhausted all the time and calling it ambition. Let's not do that. Being obsessed with your success means becoming protective of what matters. Your time matters. Your energy matters. Your goals matter. Your future matters. And sometimes protecting those things means saying no. No to distractions. No to constantly changing direction. No to spending all your time watching other people build the life you want. No to abandoning your goals every time progress becomes uncomfortable. Because the truth is, building a better life can be boring sometimes. Yes, I said it. Not every day feels exciting. Sometimes, success looks like repeating something, learning something, trying again, showing up again, improving something by 5%, and then doing it again tomorrow. Not exactly a Hollywood movie, but that is how progress happens. So be obsessed with the process. Be obsessed with becoming better. Be obsessed with understanding what you don't understand yet. Be obsessed with building skills that give you more options. Be obsessed with creating a life that feels more like your own. And please, stop treating your dreams like they're embarrassing. You're allowed to want more. More freedom. More independence. More income. More opportunities. A better business. A different career. A life that gives you choices. You don't need to apologize for wanting that. You just need to be honest about what it will require. Success will probably ask you to become more disciplined, more patient, more adaptable, and more comfortable with not seeing immediate results. But every time you learn something new, you're becoming more capable. Every time you keep going, you're building evidence that you can trust yourself. Every time you choose progress over distraction, you're moving. Maybe slowly, but you're moving. So yes, be obsessed with your success. Not in a way that destroys you. In a way that transforms you. Become obsessed with learning, with improving, with building, with becoming the woman who takes her own future seriously. Because your life can change when you stop giving your best energy to everything that doesn't matter, and start giving it to the things you're trying to create. You don't need to have everything figured out today. Just don't let another year pass without becoming more intentional about the life you want. Focus, learn, build, adjust, and keep going. Your success doesn't need you to be perfect. It needs you to stay committed. You don't have to figure everything out alone. Let's figure out the next step together.